Well, we are, according to a number of sources, and one very reliable one, very reliable one, we are on the verge of agreeing another transfer today after the arrival of Mohamed Diamande earlier today. Obviously, those fantastic images of Mohamed in the kits, guys. There's also one of him in the red kit as well. Yeah, there is a Brazilian, that's right, Brazilian left back. Perhaps it's a friend for Danilo, maybe. Perhaps I want to make Danilo feel more at home in Glasgow by getting him a Brazilian friend. Well, as you saw the picture at the start, his name is Jefte. Now, if you Google Jefte, be careful. There are a number of Jeftes. There is Jefte Bentoncourt. There is another Jefte that plays as a mobile striker. I'm not quite sure what an immobile striker is, but apparently, well, I think we've had one in the past. Like Salenko was a very immobile striker, but Jefte is a left back. He is a Fluminense player. Currently on loan with Apoel Nicosia in Cyprus, the Cypriot League. Now, obviously, not the strongest of competitions, but someone who comes from a good heritage and is a very young player too. It has been reported by, like I said, an extremely reliable source, a source that, like I've said in the past and joked in the past, even Chris Jack cannot do down. That source is the man himself, Mr. Fabrizio Romano. Yes, the man who sleeps with his mobile phone sellotaped to his ear. This is what Fabrizio is reporting. He says, exclusive. Rangers have reached an agreement even, with Fluminense to sign 2003-born Brazilian left-back Jefte. Deal in place, waiting for Apoel to give the green light as he's on loan in Cyprus. Jefte also agreed on terms with Rangers contract valid until June 2027. So it looks like this is pretty much a deal that is getting worked out and will be done and announced very soon. Now, the one stumbling block is that he is on loan at Apoel Nicosia with an option to buy. However, it appears that Jefte wants to come to Glasgow to play for Rangers. A few more details about him. His name is Jefte Vital da Silva Dias. I love those Brazilians and their names, haven't you? He's 20 years old. So again, another young player, another player who can be flipped and rotated and moved on for a lot of money in the future if he continues at his present rate of development. He's 6 foot, so again, a decent height. Left foot, obviously, as he's a left back. He's only under contract with Fluminense until 2024. Sorry. He's only under contract with Apoel to 2024. He's under contract with Fluminense till 2026. And as you can see there on those details, the contract with Apoel Nicosia has an option to buy. But it looks like Rangers have snuck in, according to, like I said, Fabrizio Romano, and said that they want him and they want to purchase him. So it does appear that this is a real live deal. Like I said, when it comes from a source like Fabrizio Romano, you've got to know that this is pretty accurate. What else do we know about Jefte? Well, he can play all down the left-hand side of the pitch. He is a left back primarily, but can also play as a left midfielder and a left winger. Certainly something that could be very useful going forward with the injury to Abdallah Sima and Rangers' lack of options. Plus he very much follows the pattern of players that Rangers are signing at the moment. Dujon Sterling, right back, left back, centre half, central midfielder now. Diamande, attacking midfielder, centre midfielder, winger, has played left back in the past. Has played in a number of different roles. It does appear that we are going for players who are those hybrid type players who can play in a number of different roles, and Jefte very much appears to fulfill that criteria. He is obviously, like I said, on loan with Apoel. He started and came through the youth system at Fluminense in Brazil, playing for their under-17s, their under-20s, and obviously playing for Fluminense as well. In terms of his statistics this year from the Cypriot Premier League, he's made 18 appearances for Apoel, scoring 3 goals and 4 assists, 7 goal involvements from left back, which is pretty good. 4 yellow cards, so not afraid of a tackle. We do know that Brazilians do not shirk from a tackle, do they? He's played in 70% of their starting 11s, 70% of the minutes that Apoel have played this year, and had a 17% goal involvement for Apoel, which is nearly a fifth of their goals this season, which for a left back is very, very good indeed. Now, like I said, this is coming out of Fabrizio Romano. So if it's Fabrizio Romano, it's pretty reliable. Now, we know that Philippe Clement and Niels Koppen have been on the hunt for a left back. They do want a left back. They do need that. That's what the talk is. Now, obviously, this is very much around the rumours that obviously Rid van Yilmaz is subject of transfer bids from Gala and was previously from Verona. That seems to have died now. Now, he's currently on loan in Cyprus at Apple Nicosia, where he's a teammate of former Rangers flop Dalcio. Those of you remember him. He is from Fluminense. Fluminense are current Copa de Libertadores champions. But apparently, like I said, he is waiting solely on permission from Apoel to jet to Glasgow to finalise the deal. Now, this appears that it will be more of a long-term solution at the left-back position for Philippe Clement. Borna Barisic, who is out of contract in the summer, looks like he obviously may well be gone by the end of the season, despite the rumours about a new deal. Rid van Yilmaz, who has been fantastic in recent weeks and played absolutely superb, is, of course, as we know, subject of interest from other teams. So we don't know what the situation is as regards those two. Now, according to the media and according to a lot of the experts on this, they're saying that that once Jefte is signed, that may lead to one of the two left backs exiting the club in January. Now, whether that will be Borna Barisic, who has been the subject of interest from Roma, or whether that is Rid van Yilmaz, obviously for a fee to Turkish giants Galatasaray, we are unsure of the exact details of that deal, but apparently it will be dependent solely on what happens with this Jefte deal. You know, looking into him as limited as I have at the moment, he looks a very talented player, quick, looks to have a bit of skill going forward. He's a good tackler. Certainly something that, you know, again, fulfills Rangers' criteria that they are very much looking at the moment. And it does appear that there is very much a new strategy when it comes to buying players that has been spearheaded by this man, Niels Koppen. Rangers Review recently put out this comment, and I think this is kind of apt. It says the appointment of Koppen coincides with the rethink in terms of how Rangers identify talent. Scandinavia is pinpointed as a market that is potentially ripe. Diamande represents a first forage into that region under this regime. The top tiers of Holland and Belgium also natural areas for exploration, while work will also be undertaken in South America and the likes of Poland and Austria. So it appears that this Jefte deal very much fits that South American exploration as Rangers search for value for money. You know, you look at the top European leagues, you do not get value for money there. You end up paying through the nose for players, ridiculous sums of money. You know, the English Premier League clubs are certainly willing to pay, but, you know, Rangers don't certainly have that money at this moment in time. South America is somewhere that you can get that value for money. You can find a gem like a Jefte, who will be a player that, you know, you can buy for a relatively small fee. You know, his current market value is in the region of I think it's around about £1 million at this moment in time, which for, you know, for a left back, for a player who has you know, good standards, is a very cheap fee. So, you know, this is a positive move. You know, if we can get this over the line, which it looks like we are pushing to do as we enter the last few days of the January transfer window. You know, another good young player to come in to develop, to really push on, and to obviously hopefully flip in the future for some money. So, guys, have a look it up, do a bit more research into it, watch a few videos. Obviously, YouTube makes everyone look good. Jefte is his name. Looks like a done deal. Looks like it is going to go through. Like I said, this is according to none other than the great Fabrizio Romano. Well, let me know what you think in the comments down below. It really does appear the transfer window is starting to hot up for Rangers. Thank you so much for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. Please smash the sub. And on the way out, as I always ask of you, please smash the like. And number two, remember always, we are the people.